So, Linda, what's going on in the market today anyway?
That's a good question, Cindy. Real estate is always a changing market. Right now, we have what is more referred to as a buyer's market, although it's starting to shift over to a seller's market. And the reason for that is the economics of supply and demand. Right now, we have very little supply, and hence we have big demand. Um, in my 30 years of selling real estate, I've never seen a shortage quite like this. We have many buyers and a good environment for buyers to buy in terms of interest rates, but few homes to choose from. So as inventory is coming out, Cindy, we're seeing multiple offers, buyers competing with price on some of the homes.
Well, what problem does that cause?
That's a good question, and it does cause some problems, particularly appraisal problems. Um, Most of our buyers are still getting loans, from variable types of loans, but some cash buyers. When we do get a loan, there's an appraiser involved, and the value of the appraisal is going to be based on how much of a loan that the buyer will be able to get from the lender. So if it doesn't come in at value, then it poses several options that can be done to possibly work through it, but sometimes it causes a problem that can't be worked through.
What kind of problem might that be?
Not being able to close escrow because there's not enough cash that can be possibly uh, to cover the amount of the difference in the appraisal over the.
Who usually comes up with that cash?
That depends. Sometimes it's between the buyer and seller, an adjustment from one party or the other. It's all negotiable.
So, in other words, if, say, I was to buy a house or make an offer on a house and the appraisal didn't come in at the value of what my offer was, and say there was a $10,000 difference, how would that negotiation go? Would it be like my agent saying to you that, hey, what are your people going to do? Are they going to lower the price? Are they going to come up
That's
with
a good
cash?
question. Typically, the first approach would be to contest the appraised value with the appraiser.
Okay.
And that would be part of my investment in terms of knowing what the market has in terms of comps so that I can help the appraiser come in with the value.
Mm-hmm.
But Cindy, the comps aren't always there. Values are going up and prices are making jumps.
When you say they're not always there, what do you mean?
Well,
meaning
there is
in the price range, or they're in the number of comps?
When an appraiser does an appraisal, they want 3 comparables within the last 6 months of the same property generally.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't have that, then they have to go outside of those parameters and make adjustments for those changes or variables.
Okay. So now, is there any other problems that you foresee when we have a market like today's market?
Real estate always has its challenges, which is why you need a good real estate agent to work with you to help you through the whole process. Sometimes there's disclosure issues or construction issues that have to do with the house. Sometimes there's title issues to do with how clean the title is that you get your home delivered in the appropriate title.
Does that have to do with liens?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Sometimes there's liens that you never knew about or on the property that can come out when there's a title search.
Okay.
Sometimes it's things that are forgotten.
Thank you, Linda. You've been very informative today. I guess we'll continue this with another blog update. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.